Keeping a record of abusive incidents, both physical and non-physical, may be the last thing you want to write in your diary. However, recording incidents and gathering documentation can benefit you in several ways, even if you just started dating. Note: each country and state has its own laws about what evidence is permissible in court. Talk to a lawyer before a court hearing to make sure the evidence you have is permissible, relevant, or if it's the right time to present it in court. Some evidence such as mental and physical abuse you may want to present at the first hearing, but financial abuse or evidence of your spouse hiding money you may want to present after they filed their income statement to the court, especially in divorce proceedings. Also listen to your gut. If you feel it is not safe to compile evidence, then hold off, especially for taking pictures of destruction in the house or your injuries. Wait until you know it is safe to take a picture, and remember to put your phone on silent so it does not make a sound when you snap a picture. Why should you do the documentation? Your lawyer is the legal expert and you are the expert on your relationship with your spouse. Documenting abuse is your responsibility. Asking your lawyer to do so will cost you a lot of money and time. Often when you are ready to leave the abuser or file for criminal charges, you may be trying to remember details of events that are months or years old. Thus, you may leave out crucial information and may struggle to keep a chronological report of what happened. Spend the time now and document incidents and organize evidence so that you can save time and money later, as well as improve your lawyer's ability to run your case. Following are some of the benefits of recording abuse. Highlights red flags. Narcissists try to hide their true self at the start of a relationship. However, they often slip up here and there. It may be them exploding at a server over a minor misunderstanding, humiliating you in front of others and then claiming you cannot take a joke, them getting angry because you did not answer their call on the third ring, taken on their own. These incidents may confuse you or seem unimportant. As you write them down and see how they are repeated and increase in frequency, it may alert you to an abusive relationship you may be heading for before you become too involved. Additionally, in the moment we don't always see things for what they are, but when you write things down later and reflect on what happened, you may see things in a new light. What looks strange or even them being romantically into you at first may turn out to be controlling or abusive behaviors. Highlights patterns. Over time you will start to see patterns in behavior. You will also see tactics the person uses. Maybe they always pick a fight when you ask them why they came home late. Or they always accuse you of something when you try to hold them accountable for their actions. It will also help link abusive incidents with thinly veiled threats they make later that on their own cannot be used to prove abuse. Often emotional and mental abuse is difficult to prove. When you can prove a pattern of behaviors and the tactics used, it will help you greatly in court. You may also start to realize how the person thinks and may be able to avoid triggering them to a degree that can lessen the abuse. Alerts you to increased danger. Abusers and narcissists are often paranoid that you may leave them. Many secretly monitor your movements, texts, phone calls, emails, and even internet activity. If they know or suspect you may be leaving them, their behavior will change, and often they will get more controlling and the abuse will increase. Spotting an increase in abuse or controlling behaviors, or a comment they let slip that at the moment may seem nothing, can alert you later when you write it down that they may know you are planning to leave them. The most dangerous time is just before, during, and just after leaving an abuser. Knowing if they suspect anything can help you change plans to keep you safe. Your evidence may be allowed in court. A diary of domestic violence incidents, both physical and non-physical, can be an integral part of your case when it comes to filing for divorce, getting custody of your children, or filing charges for abuse. However, even if the evidence is not allowed in court, custody evaluators and the lawyer for your children may still listen to the recordings and view text or other documentation. The judge does not know anything about you or your case except what is told and shown in court. Narcissistic people are exceptionally good at lying. If you try to go toe-to-toe with them, with an A said this and B said that, then you are most probably going to lose. Having hard evidence to back up even part of your claims will give credibility to your other claims and testimony. Just one piece of evidence that can disprove a statement the narcissist made under oath can cause the whole testimony to be called into question. Early guilty pleas. A study in New Jersey found that 80% of domestic violence cases were dismissed, often due to lack of evidence. Evidence increases your chance of victory. It can also cause the accused to plead guilty early in hopes of a reduced sentence, rather than aggravate the court and face a harsher sentence when they know their chances of winning is slim. It may also be possible that with evidence a conviction is achieved without you or your children needing to testify. Evidence of abuse can also be used as leverage to help you get a better divorce deal and custody arrangement, as well as help that your spouse does not draw out the divorce for years but settles on your terms. Bruises fade with time and cuts heal, but photos depicting injuries do not. Photos of your house in disarray and stuff broken last long after you cleaned up or moved out and no longer have access to the place to prove your case. Pictures also make a bigger impact when judges see what you went through than you telling them. And sound recordings or videos allow the judge to step into your shoes and feel what you felt. It can help with gathering more evidence. With a detailed record of dates and times of events, police or an investigator are more likely to find supporting evidence for your case. With exact time frames, they can easier get warrants for cell phone records and bank statements, as well as narrow their search down to ask neighbors and surrounding businesses for witnesses or surveillance footage that may prove the person was near home when they claim not to have been there. This can be very important in stalking and harassment incidents. It can protect you. Narcissists will often turn things around and claim they were the victim and you the perpetrator, or that both of you are guilty. They often accuse victims of abusing their own children to make the victim look bad. Having proof that the marks on your children or their learning difficulties at school are not due to you but the narcissist can protect you. Having evidence of abuse to back up your side will also help to invalidate the narcissist's claim that you are abusing them, especially if you have video or audio recordings to prove you were not verbally or physically assaulting them and they only defended themselves against you, which is an excuse they often try to use in court. It can help you not go back. On average, it takes a victim 7 times to leave an abusive partner for good. When you leave, there is often a time where things are difficult financially and emotionally. Your mind may try to convince you that it was not so bad, and you may remember the good times. Reading what happened to you and seeing photos of what you experienced can help you not to go back. It can also help you to heal faster, as you do not beat yourself up that you were the cause of a relationship failing because you did not do enough, but you realize that you cannot change the other person. They need to change and do the work themselves. Notes on documenting abuse. Be detailed and factual in your documentation. If your documentation is scarce and lacks crucial information, the judge may think that the abuse never happened, you are exaggerating the abuse, or that it may have only been a once-off incident. And if your claims are found to be untrue, it can destroy your case, as well as have serious consequences for you, such as loss of custody, fines, or jail time. Thus, do not guess or exaggerate. Stick to the facts you know. What should you document? Emotional abuse, such as them threatening you, yelling at you, cursing you, degrading you, calling you names, invalidating you by saying you are worthless. Often audio or video recordings are the only way to prove this, but written records of what was said can also add weight to other evidence you have. Pictures of objects being moved around, number plates being removed or swapped around, doors or windows opened, or other ways that they gaslight you. This also includes abuse directed at your children. This may include pictures of your children crying, looking scared or upset, them hiding in cupboards or under tables. Physical abuse, such as them pushing you, grabbing you, pinning you down, hitting you, using objects to hit you, tripping you, throwing you into things, throwing things at you, using weapons to scare you or threaten your life. This can include pictures of bruises and cuts, medical reports, police reports of incidents, pictures of how stuff was thrown around or broken, holes punched into doors or walls, overturned or broken furniture, smashed pictures, windows or mirrors, smashed glass or dishware, phones ripped out or smashed, and so on. You can ask hospital staff to secretly record abuse, such as them writing the cause of your injuries on the medical reports that can later be requested by the court. Also include pictures of weapons or items used to threaten or injure you. This also includes abuse directed at your children or any injuries they suffered. Also record any damage to your property or stuff they sold, stole, or refused to give back. Open a police report so you have a record. Also take pictures of scars, clusters, or faded bruising, as this will help prove abuse over an extended period, as well as defensive injuries you may have which are normally on the hands and forearms. Financial abuse. bank statements where they spend your money or took control of your assets, proof where you pay for everything but they refuse to work or use their money, recordings of where they refuse for you to work or pressure you into quitting your job, pictures or video or other proof to show they withheld food or other basic necessities from you or your children, even proof of you sleeping on the floor or wearing old clothes if they refuse for you to get a bed or new clothes, credit card statements showing hotel bills and other expenses if you were forced to leave the home, coercive control and isolation, proof how they refused for you to have friends or go out even to see your family. This could even be your friends or family testifying that they were lied to about you not wanting to see them, or were told you were sick or not home when they tried to see you. Threats that they may harm you or your children or other people if you do not do as they say. Threats of taking your children away from you or throwing you out into the street if you do not do as they say. Harassment and intimidation. Any online or physical harassment and stalking. Pictures or video of their car driving by, them standing outside your window, pictures or footprints outside your house, any intimidation such as threats over the phone, by text or by letters. Record what they did and said, and what actions, if any, you took. Also any violation of protection orders. Do report any violation to the police so there is a record of it. Screenshots of text and multiple calls in a row. Save all emails and letters from them. Let calls go to voicemail so that you can record them harassing or threatening you and then save those voicemails. If they refuse to give your stuff back, such as your car or your house keys, then give them a written demand to give it back. Use that as proof that they refuse to give your items back. Take screenshots of any posts or comments made on social media about you or directed at you. Parental alienation and smear campaigns. Any attempts made by them to disrupt your relationship with your children, such as saying bad things about you in front of your children, or when your children inform you that they have been told bad things about you. The same goes for when you are informed that your name is being smeared by people. Any evidence of drug or alcohol abuse. This could be them passing out with multiple empty bottles around them drinking hard or using drugs, bank or credit card statements or till slips of excessive alcohol purchases, videos or recordings of them being drunk or stoned. Witness details. The names and contact details of witnesses and what they can testify about, such as the person smearing your name or the witness seeing an abusive incident in a store or outside your home or at a party. This also includes witnesses that police questioned when they were called out to an incident. Where to keep your evidence. Make duplicates of any digital evidence you have and possibly even physical evidence such as receipts or letters. Do not keep the evidence in the same house you share with your abuser or where your children can find them. Possible places to store evidence are at your work, a family or friend's house that you trust, or a post office or safety box you rent with cash. You can also use apps on your phone that are specifically made for recording evidence of abuse. One is called Victim's Voice that you may want to try. Or make a secret Dropbox or other online account and upload videos and sound recordings as well as pictures or scans of documents that you have. Thank you for watching. If you found this video informative, please like and share it so that more people can benefit from it. If not subscribed, please subscribe now by clicking the seductive red button. As reward for subscribing, you will get more informative videos about narcissistic abuse. Please leave a comment as it helps to expand the information covered in the video which may be of benefit to others. Also check out my books on narcissism by following the links in the description. Thank you.